So, which microphone is best for home recording? Today I'm going to show you 5 of them. They happen to be quite affordable. They are my favorites, and I will tell you what's the difference between them. And what you really want to do is stay until the end, because I am going to shoot out them, playing guitar, pronouncing some words, and playing some tambourines so that you can tell the difference between one and the other with your own ears. Welcome back to the Thomann Studio and Recording channel. My name is Claudio. I'm a music producer. I run Dr. Mix, these beautiful studios here in central London. And on this channel, I speak about music production, recording techniques. I show a lot of good stuff. So if you're a music maker, you are into making music, making beats, you definitely want to be subscribed to this channel so that you don't miss out on the coming amazing content. So let me speak about microphones. I am going to start with one of the most classic, is the Shure SM58. If you've ever seen a live show, you probably saw this on the lead singer vocalist, probably on the backing vocalist as well. This is studied specifically for vocals, and it has built-in pop filter so that your piece won't explode too hard on that recording. And this is also very good for rejection. It means that once you hold it and you speak close to it, any music, any noise that's coming from the back will be basically not captured by the microphone. And it is a very decent vocal microphone. It can be used for other stuff as well. One of the great points is that it isolates your vocals from the rest of the room better than a lot of microphones. So this is a great choice if your room is a little bit noisy, or if there is, too much reverb or things like that. This microphone, maybe not the most defined, but it will capture your voice and it will make the recording come across clean and good. So let's record a little bit with it.
Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, 1, 2, 3.
Next is the Shure SM57. This is a workhorse. You've seen these microphones everywhere, probably on a snare drum, probably on electric guitar cabinets and things like that. Because it's very flexible, it has a nice and bright sound, very well defined. It can record guitars and acoustic instruments pretty well, and it will excel at percussion, snare drum, amplifying cabinets like guitar, distorted guitar, things like that. This microphone is pretty good. It can also work on vocals. In fact, you have to remember that it doesn't have a pop screen, so you might want to put a pop screen in front of it. And yeah, let's test it.
Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, 1, 2, 3.
Next is the Shure SM7B. Now, this is a very special microphone. It's designed for radio, actually. If you see any podcaster, if you see any speaking show on the internet or on TV, chances are you're gonna see this on the speaker, right? It's a little bit big and it's like super heavy. It's great. Michael Jackson recorded Thriller on this guy. The Red Hot Chili Pepper record regularly on this microphone, and it's great because it really isolates your vocals from the rest of the room. You tend to use it quite close to your mouth, and it gives you nice, warm, bassy, full character. And this is my go-to for vocal recording in the studio. The Shure SM7 is a dynamic microphone like the 57 and like the 58, which means it doesn't require phantom power to work. Like the 58 and the 57, the SM7B is a dynamic microphone, which means it can take a lot of signal. In fact, the output is quite low on a microphone like this, and that's a feature because it allows you not to distort when you scream into it or you put it in front of a cabinet. this microphone will hold that power and not distort. So I love it. Let me show you how it sounds.
Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, 1, 2, 3.
Next, we have a condenser microphone. This is a Rode NT1A. I had for a long time, as you can tell, and I have recorded a lot with this one. Now, this is a very good all-rounder. You can pretty much use this everywhere, except maybe for drums. You can even use it for drum overheads and for ambience, but maybe you don't want to use it for close miking of the kick drum or the snare drum because it will distort. Why would it distort? Because this is a condenser microphone. It means that it has a diaphragm that is very sensitive. It will capture every little nuance. Because it's very sensitive, it will capture the sound of your room. So if you're going to use something like this, you better have a pretty decent sounding room because it will catch all that reverb. It will capture the noise that are around you. So you need to have a bit of a quiet room and, decent sounding one if you want to obtain a decent result with one of these. The last thing I'm going to say about this microphone before giving it a go is that it is a large diaphragm capsule, which means you really want to put it in front of your sound source, and when you rotate it, it can make quite a substantial difference, and it captures pretty good bass as well. So this is it. Let's listen to how it sounds.
Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, 1, 2, 3.
Now, this is an Audio Technica AT4053B, and it's a great microphone for acoustic guitar, violin, viola, everything acoustic. It's a pretty good microphone as overhead for drums. It makes for a pretty good hi-hat microphone, and in general, because it's a small diaphragm, the sound will stay more in focus, because when the waves of the sound are coming at the microphone, they will hit a smaller portion, so it's less susceptible to change of phase like that. If you imagine like a large diaphragm, it may hit the sound waves slightly sideways, which changes the phase correlation. With this one, you get a more in-focus sound. And like the NT1, it will require phantom power, 48 volts. And yeah, let's see how this sounds.
Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, 1, 2, 3.
So now that you know a little bit more about these 5 microphones, let's compare them one next to the other in this montage.
Test, test, 1, 2, 3. 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 Test, test, 1, 2, 3.
That was cool, wasn't it? You know what would be even cooler if you could leave a comment here below letting me know what subjects you would like me to cover in the coming episodes. You know, we always appreciate a big thumbs up, and I hope you're staying super well, making great music and staying inspired. Thank you.